been a lot worse. And we said earlier in the show, talking about that deal, that if you're going to have a tire go down in your race car, that's the right corner to have it go down. You only lost one
Yeah,
spot there
exactly.
after that last caution. You were still fifth. You only lost one spot, and I believe you finished sixth. Am I right when I say that?
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Yeah,
And
but the last few, then I lost one because I got a push, and then one guy got by me, and then two guys got by me, and I was like, I kind of felt like I was pushing my luck a little bit.
it didn't look like it. I mean, you could tell you were fighting the car a little bit, and that's expected given the situation you were dealing with. But to drive through traffic and keep that car under control the way you did, I thought you did a phenomenal job of driving. Everybody around you, I mean, everybody knew that you had that tire going down or was down, and we got some awesome shots of you. But you and Dwayne Melvin there in the closing laps, even as he was trying to pass you on the low side, you were like, no, bud, if you're going to get this spot, you're going to earn it. And he finally got by you. I think he was probably more tired than you were.
Yeah. Honestly, I don't remember Dwayne getting by me. I remember, it was Jordan got by me.
That's what it was. It was Jordan, the other white and green car.
Wilson got by me. And then I think Brian Johnson got by me, and I was like, dude, we're just floundering out here. You know, I mean, and also, I don't know if you guys are the ones that does the receiver stuff, but it'd be super awesome when we have yellows that if we know how many laps left. Because I pulled off and there was 2 to go.
Right.
I never would have pulled off. But you know, I don't count the laps. I have other things on my mind. So
yeah.
it'd be nice to know that, you know, how many laps are left. But no harm, no foul. It felt like I mean, I'm out here, but man, it's the first race. I don't need to destroy my equipment.
Well, this is Ed, and you know, I heard that there was a problem. Now I'm upstairs, and Corey can correct me. I heard there was a problem between the receiver and the announcers, the intercom, and the audio or something that we had in the very beginning.
What had happened was actually strange. I'd never seen it happen before. Was the receiver somehow started broadcasting over the PA, and it wasn't going through to the cars.
And it was also coming over our radio.
Oh,
Yes.
for real?
Yes,
Yeah.
There was an issue late in the race, but I will make sure to pass on to the scoring team about the laps down.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. And you know what, dude? Like I said, I'm not bitching.
No,
like
I think that's
The
good
first
information
race,
any racer
it was
would want.
a great race. I mean, the crowd was crazy. The car count, monster number one, just saying. But it was a really good night. And that was probably the best 16th I've ever gotten.
Could you hear the crowd in your
So
car?
I'm not bitching, moaning, nothing. You know, I'm more inspired to get things going. We had our trip going on in the pits, and I was a little high, and we had to adjust, and I adjusted away from what was good. But it is what it is, and that's what makes it racing.
Well,
it's awesome.
Racing is a constant learning process, and I can't imagine what you learned Saturday night with that car.
Oh, yeah. No, we learned a ton, and Brian Zachary from Ryland Racing called me Sunday, and we're all on the same page. And there's a couple things we're going to change. That's what makes it fun. If it was easy, everybody would do it.
That's right.
Yeah, so it's all good. I've had nothing but fun. It was awesome. I love my home track. Yeah.
Well, I know that we, after watching the racing Saturday night, immediately fell in love with the place as well. Again, excited to be there and excited to work with you guys. And I think you're right. Sport mods right now are probably some of the most exciting racing you can watch in any division in the Western region. It is a strong, strong division. It's getting bigger and stronger every year, and I'm excited to see where that class goes.
It's going to be awesome, and yeah, we're the ones, and I'm biased, but yeah, we're the ones who absolutely we got the most. You know, we got a ton of talent. I'm not going to say we have the most talent because every class has just crazy talent. But I don't know, it's growing and it's a good thing.
Without a doubt, Mike, and you're definitely going to be there. Now, when do the Sport Mods return to Southern Oregon?
I want to say Memorial Weekend.
Okay.
Where I think I have like 2 weekends off. I'm going down to the Bay Area. My daughter's fiance is graduating college, so we're going to go down there. I think we have a weekend off, and then we're back at Southern Oregon Speedway, which I'm super grateful for because that lets me get into the nitty-gritty of the car. And we're totally going with a absolutely different setup from what we had last year. Absolutely new technology. It's really, really strange. I'm not exactly sure what the hell I'm doing.
And it's a good-looking car, too.
But it's really, the dividends are just ridiculous. So I know we're on the right track. It's just going to take a little bit of, you got to lean into it a little bit. You got to lean into it.
That's right. And I know that you and I had that conversation about that particular piece of the setup you're talking about. I'll assure you, you're safe with me as far as I'm not going to say anything. But yeah, you sounds like you're on the right track, and that car is just going to get bigger or better and stronger.
Exactly. And if you told everybody, they wouldn't believe you.
I'm going to agree with you on that. I will absolutely agree with you. Yeah, because when he told me, guys, I kind of looked at him and I raised my eyebrows like, what?
Yeah.
You did what? And he just kind of said, yeah, that's what we're doing. I said, oh, well, hey, I hope it works. And
it looked like it did.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, it's working really well. And we're just on the cusp, and it's new. And not, like I said, I don't know what the hell I'm doing. But it keeps working, so, I mean, who am I to question?
He could fool me.
I'll tell you, I hate to see what that car is going to do when you do know what the hell you're doing.
The car is, we're going to be okay. We're going to be okay.
He's excited, guys. Right on. Mike, I want to say thanks for calling in the show, man. We appreciate you supporting this deal and all the kind words in the pit area. We're looking forward to seeing you at the next Sport Mod show at Southern Oregon Speedway.
Make sure and tell him I still have his scissors.
Everything. You guys are awesome. I'm super happy you guys are here, and you're really pushing Southern Oregon Speedway, and it's going to be the Mecca again. It used to be, and then there was floundering, and then it's going to be again.
Well, and that's our goal.
Yeah, absolutely, and you guys are doing a great job, and I've heard a bunch of stuff from the other drivers that they're just like, oh my God, look what these guys are doing. Who's this Moxie Media guys and stuff? And I was like, dude, I straight told you. They just promote, and it's a positive. So, yeah, absolutely.
Well, I appreciate the kind words. I appreciate the kind words. I want to say have a safe trip down to California. And for the record, Ed still has your scissors. He stole them.
I thought he gave it to her.
No, he kept them. I'll make sure you get them back.
I'll get them back to you.
Big bully.
Right on, bud. Once again, hey, thanks for calling in. Have a safe trip down there to California, and we'll see you soon.
All right, buddy.
Take care, Mike.
Hey, you too. Late.
Bye-bye. That is Mike Medell, the man we have now dubbed Heavy Metal Mike Medell.
Yep.
If you know anything about Mike, he likes his music. He likes it. He likes it hard. He's a little.
We got some music for him.
Oh, we got some music for him. Yep. We'll bring some Lowdown and throw it in there in his headphones.
There you go.
Right on. You guys, it's been a great show, I think, for our first show for Southern Oregon and everything else that we've done tonight. I want to get Mike Patterson on the phone, and I want to talk about Bakersfield Speedway. They've got a lot of stuff going on down there as well. It's going to be an exciting season for them. They're already like 9 or 10 races in. Those guys start their season in, I want to say, the first weekend of March.
Yeah.
Into February.
I kept seeing that, and I'm going, wait a minute.
Yeah, they take
Those
like 9 weeks
racing?
off. I mean, they have hardly any time off, and before the champion starts, having to defend his title. I want to get Mike on the phone. I know he's kind of listening. He's actually in a poker tournament, so we're gonna do the best we can to see if we can get him at a time where he can talk to us, because there's a lot of stuff going on down there, and I want to address that because that's part of what we do. We've got to deal with Bakersfield, and Mike's doing a great job down there. And
I'm not taking anything. Don't get me wrong. I'm not taking anything at all from Southern Oregon. But boy, I tell you, the first time This last year I went to Bakersfield. I was impressed.
Yeah,
I was impressed.
Gary hasn't got that experience yet.
No.
You know, that's kind of, and it ends our season. That's that's our last show of the year, the last 5 or 6 years. We get down there, we wrap it up, and it's right near the end of their season too, and things get a little rowdy down there.
On the way down there.
On the way down.
On the way back.
Down there. And I'm not just talking about the racing action on the track. Their pit area at the Bud Nationals it's a whole different experience. Come ready to party, Gary.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just a fun time.
It's a good time.
It is. It's a big deal. You know, we get a lot of Oregon representatives down there and mods, sport mods, late models. I think last year we had 162 cars over the 2 days.
Oh, let me warn you too. You know what time we got home the other night, Sunday or Saturday night, right? Or Sunday morning?
Yeah, Sunday morning.
When we're at Bakersfield, we're eating dinner.
Yeah, that was about the time we started eating dinner. Yes.
3:30, 4 o'clock in the morning.
It's 20-hour days back to back for that show. It is.
I can remember last year sitting there in the restaurant eating a chicken fried steak at 3:45 in the morning.
And he was barely able to hold on to his fork.
Yeah, I was trying to keep one eye open. I had toothpick actually on one eye, holding it open. No, I'm just kidding.
We'll give Mike a few minutes. I don't want to take him out of his tournament. He's actually a successful poker player down there when he's not announcing stock car races.
Whoa.
He's in the league, and he's actually heading over to Vegas here in a couple of weeks for one of the series world championships. So he's got a poker face that evidently works because he wins some pretty big stakes tournaments. So
We'll see.
I just sent him a message. I want to talk to him about Bakersfield action. But if he can't call, we'll get him on the line
Next week.
We'll give him a few minutes here. Again, Mike Medell calling into the show. That wasn't actually scheduled, but hey, you know what? Anytime, and I've said this for years now on this show, open door policy. You want to call in, give us a call. You want to talk racing, we'll talk racing. You want to address something that needs to be addressed, we'll address it. You want to come into the studio and sit at the table and talk with us, we'll put a headset on you and we'll talk racing. That's the way we do it here at Moxie. It is open door. You know, I think that it's our job as media to promote the tracks, the teams, the sponsors, these drivers, and that door is open. Anytime anybody wants to come in and sit down and talk racing.
It can be controversial. We don't
well,
care.
and it can be. We've covered some controversial subjects that have made some people raise some eyebrows, but sometimes that has to be done.
Yep.
You know, and anybody that knows me will know that that's not something I'm afraid to do.
And you got to stir the pot to get the flavor in.
Well, and it's not so much stirring the pot. It's sometimes it's just addressing what some people are afraid to address. And I'm telling you right now, that's probably going to happen a time or two this year. It happens every year. It's not something we plan on, but it's a week-to-week deal for us, like it is these racers that get out on the track. Some things happen. Some things need to be talked about. Sometimes it's a matter of saying, hey, this is what it was. Let's take the sugarcoat off. Let's talk about what really happened, and we'll do it. And that's just part of the game. It's part. It comes with the territory, and it's not done with malicious intent to make anybody mad. It's not done to ruffle feathers or like I said, to stir the pot. It's done to handle business. We're going to put Mike Patterson on the phone. Mike is calling in from Bakersfield, California, and we're going to talk about the latest action down there. Mike, you there, bud?
Hey, I'm here. What's going on, Corey?
You know us. We're up here in the Moxie studio, and we've got some California-like weather going on, and we're loving it. We're talking racing, and I figured it was time to get Bakersfield Speedway back in the mix here on West Coast Wide Open.
Well, yeah, it's nice to be part of the PNW, even though I'm a few hours away.
By 16, 16, 18
16
hours away.
hours.
Now, did I take you away from your poker tournament?
We're on a little break. It's all right. I'm
Okay.
still in. I'm in the final table. I think there's like 11 of us left, 10 of us left or something like that. So we're all right.
How many chips are you holding?
Not enough.
Oh, well. Sounds like a racer now. Not enough. Not enough power.
That's right.
So let's talk about Bakersfield, man. You guys have got all kinds of things going on down there. You've had World of Outlaws and USAC sprints and USAC